And so, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for one of my insert moments. What am I doing this time? Oh my word. Miss Rachel Pizzolatto, funny enough, was recommended to me by YouTube. She's a Mythbusters presenter. She's beauty as well as brains. And she packs a figure that will make most supermodels of the 90s look at her with envy. In fact, with Miss Pizzolatto right here, she should have been a 1990s supermodel and replaced Naomi Campbell, who, let's face it, was a supermodel by virtue and nothing else. But I got to watch this quick moment here because men of culture everywhere, and women too, because women can be absolutely based as men. Just check this out.
Washer. So you're gonna take.
She's got a washer.
Get rid of the other one, and put the new one on. And now it's time to install. Let's do it. We're gonna install the bolt now, and it's still oiling. Is that fine?
Rachel, I'm still oiling.
Ooh!
It's coming out still?
Okay.
Still coming out?
The car is on top of me, guys.
It's still coming out?
Yeah.
Can I just say, car is on top of Rachel. I would like to be that car. And we also get some side boob. Even though it's covered up, it's side boob. And I truly do appreciate that in a biological female. Ladies and gentlemen, all hail Rachel Pizzolatto, who has a very own growing YouTube channel, almost approaching 900,000 people. She's adorable, actually. She's refreshing. She's biologically female. I'm assuming by her surname, she's actually Italian. She loves her dad very much. And I assume her mum is in the picture. I hope that's not a wedding ring or an engagement ring, but who am I, man? But whoever is lucky enough to land her is going to be one lucky fella, that's for sure. But Ms. Pizzolatto, as much as I want to carry on watching your car breakdown videos, I have to get on with this video today, which is all about the failure of Dr. Who? It's hard to believe this cringe moment is from 2 years ago, and yet here I am again revisiting it. This is the BAFTAs. This used to be an event that used to be so revered, but when you get some non-entity like Shoot-Me Gatwa, whose name we didn't actually know how to pronounce it, we kept calling him Nkuti Gatwa. I say to him, I'm sorry, Shooty, we called her Nkuti Gatwa. In fact, it was Shooty. Nobody knew. And look, this was the arrogance, this was the smirkness, the smugness on the faces of all of these people right here, these three, and this silly presenter with a bun on her head. I'm telling you what, guys, if I ever walk down the aisle and my bride-to-be is wearing a bun, I am walking the other direction, because to me, a woman's got to have shoulder-length hair, maybe past that, look really, really good. Or if you want to tie your hair up, maybe put some Chinese chopsticks in between to hold them up, you know, to make you look a bit more classy and a bit more ambiance, a bit of oomph, you know what I mean? But listen to this cringe right here, folks, because this will just remind you that when you stand on the red carpet of arrogance, things will eventually backfire.
And the conversations that we're opening up using TV, via TV. Where do you think we're at now? How important is that now?
I think we're in a good place. I think we're in a worrying place. I think we've got a government that's about to sell Channel 4 and has said that the BBC licence fee comes to an end in 2027. So, you know, you can have all your television programmes sponsored by Cadbury's, but they won't be as good.
Yeah, except for the fact, Mrs. T. Davies, I don't pay a TV licence because it's fucking garbage. And considering all the shit that the BBC churns out, now not every single thing that the BBC is actually pumping out is crap. I mean, I'm a big fan of Holmes Under the Hammer. I watch that nearly every single day because it's very informative for my future. But when you think about Doctor Who, and what I like to call it Doctor Poo, then why do you care? And I think it's so funny that on iPlayer, you can actually go back to watch the old Doctor Who's, which I think is awesome.
So what's the message and what's the action? What do we do next?
Vote. I think if your MPs ask your MP, I think there's more than there are.
Look at this fucking noodle here just nodding. Oh, vote. Oh, yes, vote. Yeah. 2027 can't come around quick enough. It's a long way off, actually, folks, but when that TV license comes to an end, that's it. I'm still getting letters, by the way, saying, have you've moved addresses now. Who's paying the license? And I'm like, you know what? Ross McTaggart, if you actually exist, come round to my place without a warrant and let's see what happens.
We have problems in the world like food banks and poverty and energy bills, but also your television in the corner of the room is a very important thing. So ask your MP what he's doing, what she's doing.
Oh no, he used the appropriate pronouns, the appropriate genders, what he or she, your MP, is doing. Have you got a trans MP in England? Maybe, I don't know.
On a high, because this is a night of celebration. No. I'm here to hear it, and I know that everyone watching wants to hear it too, but we are celebrating. We're celebrating some of the most glorious television of the past year, sex education, and it's a sin.
You know, by the way, folks, there is a book out there called Hitmaker, and what it is, it explores the idea of taking an established IP, but if you're going to go there again, how do you make it cool? And Doctor Who, under Russell T Davies, has not made that show cool at all. In fact, why I've used this as a bridge, if you like, or the consultants firm, we go here to the Express of all places, and I have to blow this up for you a little bit. And of course, this article is from May the 14th, after May the 4th, be with you. Look at that. Doctor Who fans label new series woke and unwatchable as the viewer ratings drop. Oh, what a shame. The same normies, by the way, and in fact, in this reaction here, look at me, 2 years ago, rest in peace, Doctor Who, this will be a woke cringe disaster. It'll be fine, same as always. This is Russell T Davies. He doesn't hit the audience over the head with social issues. He works them into the story. Are you sure about that, my friend? But yeah, going back to the Express, this is hilarious. They've been left divided, folks, about the tone of the show. We're meant to be watching things about Daleks or the Cybermen coming back from Resurrection, but no, it's all about Millie Gibson, this bint right here. She was saying, we're going to be projecting more messaging towards you now because you're not watching Doctor Who anymore. It is literally Doctor Poo in a pile of shit. I didn't even notice, by the way, they had Strictly Come Dancing stars cameoing. Like, who the fuck cares about that show anymore? This is Jinx Johnson, apparently, played by I Don't Give a Fuck. That was a villainess. Are we going to get cross now if I misgender this person like I care about that kind of stuff? Oh, and I think the last straw for a lot of people was that there was a Doctor Who kiss, because apparently this Doctor Who, not only is a black, Rwandan, Scottish and gay, but he also kisses men on the show. When I make love to you. Because back in the day, folks, Tom Baker would exude flamboyance because he was such a funny guy. He wore loud scarves, great overcoats. Sean Pertwee, you should have played your father's role. He was a rock star Doctor Who, and we loved that about him as well. And a very sexy assistant as well in the guise of Jo. We liked her as well. Finally, Russell T Davies reveals that the show might not move forward after its second season, saying that the future of the show is still up in the air. Oh my god, I wonder why that is. These comments from Davies comes in the wake, or the woke rather, of both Gatwa and Millie Gibson, who plays companion Ruby Sunday, which should have been Ruby Tuesday actually, hinting that they would be done with the show after the first 2 seasons. Gatwa told Rolling Stone UK in July of last year she would be returning to the stage after Doctor Pooh. And it kept her warm. See, I'm misgendering now. And it held me all night. Oh my god. Even if I was broke. But I'm planning to be getting back to it next year after I finish season 2 of Doctor Pooh. So obviously, Mrs. Gatwa is referring to the stage keeping him warm, keeping her warm. You see what I mean now, as opposed to the show, because I guess there's a bit more comfort and grease paint in the green room of the theatre. You know, we can do your lovely conversations and tell everybody how wonderful you are. Oh, are you Mrs. Gatwa? Are you the one who ruined Doctor Who? So I wish her the best of luck on their stage career, whatever that's going to involve. But good God, man, Doctor Who, Doctor Pooh. I'm glad I've got my old. I was just fading into existence there because I was thinking, oh my God, people. It was so funny. At the beginning of this year, I got attacked on my YouTube videos from people who were so incessant with rage that I would dare to call out a trans character. You know, the first Rose Tyler, played by a no bint, no talent actor called Yasmin Finney. And what have we heard about them since? Nothing. What's their career like? Nothing. Because really, you're just an insert. You're a message from Russell T Davies that this is Doctor Who. These are the type of characterizations that you should accept in the name of art, or in my case, fart. You're being funded by Disney, the stable of child groomers in that organization. Oh yes, we saw it all in The Acolyte, and we're going to be seeing it more in Doctor Who, no doubt. Maybe it's disguised so much I don't even know anymore, but I've not watched a single episode of this. I've just been seeing videos popping up on my timeline, and also just the odd things that pop up here and there, which I thought, oh yeah, I'm glad this is the kiss of death of the show, actually. So Russell T Davies, who sits there trying to gaslight the audience who hate his show, trying to virtue signal for agenda politics in the month of June, because why wouldn't you? And it's all rapidly going into thin air. It's fading away. Good. And I quoted Ruby Tuesday before, and Rolling Stones did a song called Fade Away back in the day. So Doctor Who, just fade away, never to return. And what I like to do instead, folks, is to return here so you can get my cozy little face in the broom cupboard. Remember the good old days of Philip Schofield and Gordon the Gopher when they were trapped in a broom cupboard of eternity? Well, I'm bringing that here for you today. And on that one, ladies and gentlemen, if you were me and if I were you, you should come back for the next video.
I'm the Doctor.
No, Doctor, I'm the Doctor, and I say that you're not fit.
I'm the Doctor.
You may be a doctor, but I'm the Doctor. The definite article, you might say.
Look.